The week of July 6 promises to shake Genoa City from top to bottom as old rivalries reignite. Family loyalties are tested. An unexpected return sends shockwaves through the town. With Kyle Abbott making risky decisions, Ashley Abbott returning home with a new perspective, and Jill Abbott preparing her next strategic move, the coming episodes are packed with emotional confrontations and game-changing twists. As secrets continue to unravel, nearly every major family in Genoa City finds themselves standing at a crossroads. Whether it's the Newmans, the Abbotts, or Chancellor Winters, everyone has something significant to lose, and even more to gain. Kyle Abbott throws caution to the wind. Kyle Abbott has spent months trying to balance loyalty, ambition, and love, but this week he reaches a breaking point. Frustrated by constant interference from family members and determined to prove himself, Kyle decides to follow his own instincts regardless of the consequences. Instead of seeking approval from Jack Abbott or listening to Diane Jenkins' advice, Kyle begins charting his own course. His latest business decision surprises everyone around him, especially those who believed he would continue playing it safe. Kyle's independent streak quickly creates tension within the Abbott family. Jack worries that his son is making emotional decisions rather than calculated ones, while Diane fears Kyle may be walking straight into a trap set by one of Genoa City's many power players. What begins as a bold act of independence could ultimately change Kyle's future forever. Audra sees an opportunity. Kyle's rebellious attitude doesn't go unnoticed. Audra Charles has built her reputation by recognizing weakness and turning uncertainty into opportunity. Seeing Kyle distance himself from his family's guidance, she believes she may finally have the leverage she's been searching for. Whether Audra's intentions are romantic, professional, or both remains unclear. However, she understands that Kyle is vulnerable, frustrated, and eager to prove himself. That combination makes him the perfect target. If Audra successfully earns Kyle's trust, she could influence some of the biggest business decisions Genoa City has seen this year. Ashley Abbott returns home. One of the week's biggest developments is Ashley Abbott's long-awaited return to Genoa City. After spending time away focusing on her recovery and rebuilding her emotional health, Ashley comes back appearing stronger and more confident than she has in months. But while Ashley may have found peace away from home, she's returning to a family filled with fresh conflict. She immediately notices the growing cracks within Jabot and the increasing tension between Jack, Diane, and Kyle. Ashley has never been afraid to speak her mind, and she wastes little time making her opinions known. Her arrival also raises questions about whether she'll reclaim a larger leadership role within the family business. Ashley has always been one of the Abbott family's strongest voices, and many fans expect her presence to dramatically shift the balance of power. Jack welcomes Ashley, but trouble awaits. Jack is thrilled to have his sister back. After everything Ashley has endured, Jack hopes the family can finally enjoy a period of peace. Unfortunately, Genoa City rarely allows happiness to last. Ashley quickly realizes that unresolved issues continue to divide the Abbotts. Kyle's increasingly reckless behavior concerns her, while Diane's growing influence remains a point of discomfort. Ashley has never completely trusted Diane, and their complicated history makes another confrontation almost inevitable. Their uneasy relationship could once again become one of the show's most compelling storylines. Jill Abbott plans her next move. Meanwhile, Jill Abbott remains one of the most unpredictable forces in Genoa City. Even when she's away, Jill always manages to influence major business developments. This week she begins laying the groundwork for another bold strategy that could impact Chancellor Winters and several powerful executives. Jill understands that hesitation often leads to defeat. Rather than waiting for events to unfold naturally, she prepares to make the first move. Her plans remain largely under wraps, but those closest to her recognize the familiar warning signs. Whenever Jill becomes this focused, someone usually ends up losing power. Billy Abbott may soon find himself caught between loyalty to family and the demands of Jill's latest vision. Billy faces another difficult decision. Billy Abbott has been trying to establish stability in both his personal and professional life, but Jill's actions threaten to complicate everything. As new opportunities emerge, Billy must determine whether following Jill's advice will strengthen his future or simply reopen old wounds. Billy has always struggled with balancing independence and family expectations. This latest challenge forces him to examine exactly what kind of leader he wants to become. His decision may also influence his relationships with Sally and other key allies. Victor Newman watches everything. No major shift in Genoa City occurs without Victor Newman paying close attention. The Newman patriarch continues monitoring developments involving both the Abbott family and Chancellor Winters. While he may not reveal his intentions immediately, Victor rarely ignores opportunities that could strengthen his empire. Kyle's unpredictable behavior, Ashley's return, and Jill's maneuvering all provide Victor with valuable information. He knows that divided rivals are easier to defeat. Whether Victor decides to intervene directly or simply wait for others to make mistakes remains one of the week's biggest mysteries. Diane tries to protect her family. Diane Jenkins finds herself in an increasingly uncomfortable position. She wants Kyle to succeed while maintaining peace within the Abbott family. Unfortunately, Kyle's growing independence makes that nearly impossible. At the same time, Ashley's return threatens to reopen old conflicts Diane hoped were finally behind them. Every conversation feels like a delicate balancing act. Diane understands that one wrong move could undo months of progress with Jack and the rest of the family. Her ability to navigate these emotional minefields will be severely tested. Relationships face new challenges. Business drama isn't the only source of conflict this week. Several relationships experience added pressure as secrets, misunderstandings, and competing priorities continue creating emotional distance. Some couples attempt to rebuild trust, while others discover that past mistakes remain impossible to forget. Unexpected conversations may lead to surprising reconciliations, but they could also create permanent fractures. In Genoa City, love and betrayal often exist side by side. An exciting week ahead. The week of July 6 delivers exactly what longtime The Young and the Restless viewers expect: family conflict, corporate intrigue, emotional reunions, and strategic power plays. Kyle's determination to forge his own path could either establish him as a true leader or leave him facing devastating consequences. Ashley's return injects fresh energy into the Abbott family while reopening complicated relationships that have never fully healed. Meanwhile, Jill quietly prepares another move capable of reshaping Genoa City's business landscape. As every character pursues their own agenda, alliances will shift, loyalties will be questioned, and new battles will begin. By week's end, the balance of power in Genoa City may look very different, setting the stage for even bigger surprises in the weeks to come.